Listen, stop chasing. There was a version of you that used to check the phone every 10 minutes. A version of you that read the same text 5 times, trying to find a hidden meaning that was never there. A version of you that showed up for her every single time and quietly hoped that one day she would show up for you. That version of you is gone now. And by the end of this, you will understand exactly why he had to die. This is not a story about winning her back. This is not a story about tricks or games or clever lines that make someone want you. This is a story about a man who stopped waiting to be chosen and in the process became someone he did not recognize in the mirror. Someone stronger, someone calmer, someone who no longer needed anyone's permission to feel whole. If you are watching this because you are still checking her messages, still replaying old conversations, still hoping she will wake up one day and see you differently, stay. This is for you. But by the end, the goal will not be to change her mind. The goal will be to change you so completely that her opinion of you stops being the center of your world. Let's start with the truth. The truth most people are too afraid to say out loud. You were not chasing her because you loved her that much. You were chasing her because some part of you believed that her attention would finally prove you were enough. You built your self-worth on her response. Her laugh became your reward. Her silence became your punishment. And without realizing it, you handed her the one thing that should have never left your hands: the power to decide how you felt about yourself. That is not love. That is dependency wearing the mask of love. And dependency always ends the same way. It ends in exhaustion. It ends in a man checking his phone at 2 in the morning, wondering why she has not replied, when the real question he should be asking is why he needs a reply to feel okay. Think about how much time you have spent on this. Not just days, not just weeks. Think about the hours. The hours spent overanalyzing a single sentence she sent. The hours spent imagining conversations that never happened. The hours spent scrolling through old photos, old messages, searching for a sign that she still cares. Add it up. It is staggering. It is time you will never get back. Time you could have spent building your body, building your skills, building your mind, building the very things that make a man impossible to ignore. Instead, you gave that time away, freely, without asking for anything in return. This is the part nobody wants to admit. You were not a victim of the friend zone. You were the architect of your own waiting room. You built 4 walls out of hope and fear, and then you sat inside them, waiting for a door that you never even tried to open. You told yourself you were being patient. You told yourself you were being a good man, a respectful man, a man who does not push. But somewhere underneath that story, you knew the truth. You were afraid. Afraid of rejection. Afraid that if you were honest about what you wanted, she would say no, and then even the small comfort of her presence would be gone. So you stayed quiet. You stayed available. You stayed comfortable. And comfort, more than anything else, is what kept you. Comfort feels safe. It feels like the smart choice. But comfort is a slow poison. It does not attack you all at once. It works in small doses, day after day, convincing you that staying the same is safer than becoming something new. Comfort tells you that if you just wait a little longer, things will change on their own. Comfort tells you that effort is optional, that discipline can wait until tomorrow, that today is fine exactly as it is. Comfort lied to you, and you believed it. Every day you spent waiting for her to notice you was a day you could have spent becoming a man worth noticing, not by her specifically, but by life itself, by opportunity, by the version of you that is still buried underneath months, maybe years, of hesitation. Here is the moment where this story changes. Here is the moment where blame stops mattering and responsibility begins. It does not matter how she treated you. It does not matter if she led you on, or ignored you, or kept you close enough to feel special, but far enough to never commit. None of that is yours to control. What is yours to control is what you do next. And the truth is, focusing on what she did wrong keeps you small. It keeps you looking outward, waiting for the world to fix itself, waiting for her to change her mind. Real strength begins the moment you stop looking at her and start looking at yourself. Ask yourself honestly, why did you accept being treated as an option instead of a priority? Why did you settle for scraps of attention and call it enough? Why did you convince yourself that being needed felt the same as being wanted? The answer is simple, even if it is uncomfortable. You accepted it because some part of you did not believe you deserved more. You accepted it because you had not yet built the kind of life, the kind of self-respect, the kind of inner strength that makes settling impossible. A man who is truly whole does not chase people who treat him like a backup plan. He walks away, not out of anger, but out of self-respect. This is not about hating her. This is not about revenge or proving her wrong or becoming successful just so she notices you one day and regrets what she lost. That mindset keeps you chained to her just as tightly as chasing her ever did. If your growth is still about her, you have not actually let go. You have just changed the method. Real freedom begins when her existence stops being the reason you improve. Let that sink in. You do not need her to see your transformation. You do not need her to witness your discipline, your new body, your new mindset, your new life. If any part of your motivation is secretly hoping she will see you one day and feel regret, you are still in the friend zone. Not the one she put you in, the one you built inside your own mind, the one where her opinion still holds power over your worth. The only way out is total detachment, not bitterness, not silence out of pain, detachment out of strength. The kind of detachment that comes from a man who has built something so solid within himself that one person's presence or absence no longer shakes the foundation. So how do you build that foundation? Not with words, not with motivation that fades by tomorrow morning. You build it with discipline. Discipline is not glamorous. Discipline is not exciting. Discipline is waking up at the same time every day, even when you do not feel like it. Discipline is training your body when every part of you wants to stay in bed. Discipline is turning off your phone and doing the work instead of checking if she replied. Discipline is choosing discomfort on purpose every single day until discomfort stops scaring you. This is where the real transformation begins, not in some dramatic moment, but in the quiet, boring repetition of small choices made correctly over and over again. Start with your body. Your body is the first thing you can control completely. When you train, you are not just building muscle, you are building proof. Proof that you can commit to something difficult and follow through. Every rep is a message to your own mind. I do not quit. Every early morning workout is a vote for the man you are becoming instead of the man you used to be. Your body does not care about excuses. It only responds to consistency. And when your body starts to change, something deeper changes with it. Your posture changes. Your walk changes. The way you carry yourself in a room changes. People notice. Not because you are trying to be noticed, but because a man who respects his own body radiates a different kind of energy. Then look at your mind. For too long, your mind has been occupied by her messages, her mood, her attention. It is time to take that space back. Fill it with knowledge instead. Read books that make you sharper. Learn skills that make you more capable. Study people who built real success through patience and discipline, not through shortcuts. Every hour you spend improving your mind is an hour you are no longer spending waiting for a text that may never come. Then look at your habits. Small habits build identity faster than any single big decision ever could. Waking up early every day without negotiating with yourself. Making your bed as the first completed task of the day. Eating food that fuels you instead of numbing you. Speaking to yourself with respect instead of criticism. These habits seem small. They are not small. They are bricks. And bricks, stacked correctly, day after day, become a wall strong enough that no one's rejection can knock it down. This is where discomfort becomes your closest ally. Most people spend their entire lives avoiding discomfort. They choose the easy option every single time. The extra hour of sleep instead of the workout. The scroll through social media instead of the book. The silence instead of the hard conversation. And every time they choose comfort, they shrink a little more. Comfort makes people smaller, weaker, more dependent on outside validation to feel good. You are done shrinking. From now on, discomfort is not something to avoid. It is something to seek. The cold shower when you want warmth. The workout when your body wants rest. The hard task when your mind wants distraction. Every time you choose discomfort on purpose, you are training a different kind of muscle. The muscle of self-command. And self-command is the thing that finally breaks the cycle of chasing, begging, and waiting for someone else to validate your existence. A man with self-command does not need to convince anyone of his value. He simply lives it, quietly, consistently, until it becomes undeniable. Think about who you have been for the past months. Reactive. Available at a moment's notice, adjusting your entire mood based on whether she replied fast or slow. That man was not weak because he cared. He was weak because he had built his entire sense of self around something completely outside his control. Another person's feelings. The man you are becoming does not do that anymore. The man you are becoming wakes up early because he has goals that matter more than waiting for a notification. He trains not to impress anyone, but because his body is the one thing in this world that is completely his to shape. He works on his craft, his career, his skills, because he understands that real confidence is not something you talk yourself into. It is something you earn through evidence. Evidence that you can commit. Evidence that you can follow through. Evidence that you are becoming someone who does not need anyone's approval to know his own worth. This is identity transformation, not a new haircut, not a new gym membership that lasts 3 weeks. A complete rebuilding of who you believe yourself to be, brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. Identity is not built through motivation. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are unreliable. Identity is built through repetition. You do not become disciplined by feeling motivated once. You become disciplined by doing the disciplined action even when you feel nothing at all. Especially when you feel nothing at all. Especially on the days when you would rather check her messages than go train. Especially on the days when the old version of you is screaming for comfort. Screaming for her attention, screaming for the easy path. Those days are the ones that matter most.
Those are the days that separate the man who talks about change from the man who actually becomes different.
Every time you choose the harder path in a moment of weakness, you are casting a vote for your new identity. And identity, like anything else, is built through the accumulation of votes over time. One early morning does not make you disciplined. But one early morning, repeated for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, becomes undeniable proof. To yourself, not to her, not to anyone else. that you are no longer the man who waited by the phone. You are the man who moved on with his life. Let's talk about what moving on actually looks like, because most people misunderstand it completely. Moving on is not pretending you do not care. Moving on is not performing indifference while secretly hoping she notices your new confidence. That is still chasing, just in disguise. Real moving on looks boring from the outside. It looks like a man who wakes up, trains, works, studies, sleeps, and repeats, without checking if she is thinking about him. It looks like silence, not out of anger, but because his attention has finally returned to where it belongs, inside his own life. It looks like a man who, if she reached out tomorrow, would respond calmly, without his heart racing, without his entire day shifting around one message. Not cold, just free. That freedom does not happen by accident. It happens because you filled the space she used to occupy with something stronger, your own growth. Think about your daily hours like territory. For a long time, she occupied a huge amount of that territory. Your thoughts in the morning, your mood in the afternoon, your hope before falling asleep. That territory is valuable. It is the space where your identity gets built, and every minute you gave her, unknowingly, unpaid, was a minute that belonged to your own becoming. It is time to take that territory back. Reclaim your mornings. Instead of waking up and checking your phone, wake up and move your body. Reclaim your evenings. Instead of replaying old conversations, spend that time learning something that moves you forward. Reclaim your silence. Instead of filling it with her memory, fill it with your own goals, written down, planned, tracked, pursued relentlessly. This is not about forgetting her. You do not need to forget anyone. You simply need to stop giving her power over a life that is supposed to be yours. There will be hard days. There will be moments where an old memory surfaces, and for a second, the pain feels just as sharp as the day it started. That is normal. That is human. The difference now is what you do in that moment. The old version of you would have reached for the phone, searching for relief in her attention. The new version of you reaches for disciplines instead. He goes for a walk, he trains, he works on something that matters. He lets the emotion pass through him instead of controlling him. Emotions are not the enemy. Being ruled by them is. A disciplined man still feels pain. He still feels loss. He still has nights where sleep does not come easily, but he does not let those feelings dictate his actions. He feels the emotion, and then he acts according to his values, not his mood. That is the difference between a boy and a man. A boy reacts. A man responds deliberately, according to who he has decided to become. And who have you decided to become? Not the man who begs for attention. Not the man who mistakes availability for value. Not the man who builds his entire identity around whether one person chooses him. You have decided to become a man of discipline. A man who trains his body because he respects it. A man who protects his time because he understands its worth. A man who speaks less and does more. A man whose confidence comes from evidence, not imagination. A man who does not need to convince anyone of his worth because his daily actions already prove it. This kind of man is rare. Most people never build this. Most people stay comfortable, stay reactive, stay dependent on outside approval for their entire lives. They wake up at 40, 50, 60 years old, still waiting for someone else to make them feel like enough. Do not become that. You have the chance, right now, today, to break that pattern completely. The friend zone was never really about her. It was about a version of you that had not yet learned his own value. A version of you that gave his time, his energy, his hope to someone who had not earned it, because he did not yet understand what he deserved. That version of you needed this experience. He needed the pain of waiting, the exhaustion of chasing, the disappointment of being overlooked, because pain like that is often the only thing strong enough to force real change. So instead of resenting what happened, use it. Let it be the fuel behind every early morning workout. Let it be the reason you finally take your goals seriously. Let it be the wake-up call you needed but never wanted. Because here is the truth about pain. It either breaks you or it builds you. It never leaves you the same. The choice of which one it becomes is entirely yours. You get to choose right now, in this moment, listening to these words. Whether this experience becomes the excuse that keeps you small for years, or the turning point that makes you unrecognizable. Picture the man you could become in 1 year of pure discipline. Not perfect, not without struggle, but consistent. Training every day until his body reflects the effort he has put in. Reading every day until his mind is sharper than it has ever been. Working every day toward goals that matter, building skills that increase his value in the real world, not just in one person's eyes. Speaking to himself with the same respect he would give someone he admires. Waking up early, not because someone told him to, but because he has finally understood that his mornings are the foundation of everything else. That man does not think about the friend zone anymore. That man does not check old messages. That man does not wonder what she is doing tonight. That man is too busy building a life so full, so demanding, so aligned with his own goals, that there is no room left for waiting on someone else's attention. This is not about becoming cold or emotionless. This is about becoming whole. A whole man can still love deeply. A whole man can still care about people. But a whole man does not need external validation to know his own worth. He offers love from a place of abundance, not desperation. He shows up in relationships because he wants to, not because he is terrified of being alone. And ironically, this is the man people are drawn to, not because he is chasing attention, but because he is not. Not because he is performing confidence, but because his confidence is real, built through months of discipline that no one saw, through choices made in private that eventually became visible in his presence, his posture, his energy. But understand this clearly, none of that should be your goal. If you build this version of yourself hoping it will make her want you back, you have missed the entire point. You have simply built a more sophisticated trap for yourself. The goal is not to become attractive to her. The goal is to become a man who no longer needs her attention to feel complete. If she notices, that is her choice to make. If she does not, it does not matter, because you did not do this for her. You did this for you. This is the real escape, not from the friend zone, from the prison of needing someone else's approval to feel like you matter. Every single day, you have a choice. You can choose comfort, distraction, and waiting. Or you can choose discipline, discomfort, and growth. There is no neutral option. Every day you do not choose growth, you are choosing to stay the same. And staying the same, in a world that rewards consistent effort, is actually moving backward. So start today, not tomorrow, not next Monday, today. Wake up early tomorrow morning, even if it is difficult. Move your body even if you do not feel motivated. Delete the conversations that keep pulling you back into old patterns. Write down exactly who you want to become in 1 year, and then take one small action today that moves you toward that person. It does not need to be big. It needs to be consistent. Because greatness is never built in a single dramatic moment. It is built in thousands of small, boring, disciplined choices, repeated until they become who you are. You do not need her attention to prove your worth. You never did. The proof was always meant to come from you, from the man who shows up for himself every single day, whether anyone is watching or not. So stop waiting, stop checking, stop hoping for a sign that may never come. Start training, start building, start becoming. 1 year from now, you will look back at this moment, at this exact point in your life, and you will either be grateful that you changed everything starting today, or you will still be exactly where you are right now, still waiting, still hoping, still small. The choice is yours. It has always been yours. Close this video, turn off your phone, and go become the man you were always capable of being. Not for her, for you. That is how you truly stop chasing. Not by proving anything to anyone else, but by becoming so disciplined, so complete, so aligned with your own purpose, that chasing simply stops making sense. This is your wake-up call. What you do in the next 24 hours will tell you everything about who you have decided to become. Choose wisely, then go.